I like how it's got the little flowers coming out from it, and they disappear. The bees love them. This plant is Agastache black adder, also known as Anise Hyssop. Agastache comes from the Greek word again, which means very much, and stachys, which means ear of wheat. So this flower here resembles an ear of wheat. The plant is in the Lamiaceae family, which is the mint family, and it is a perennial. So common names are anise hyssop, blue giant hyssop, licorice plant, lavender giant hyssop, and this is more of one of the giant hyssops. I did measure it. Normally they're all these tall spikes, and this one here, the tallest, is 48 inches or 4 feet tall. It's almost a little tall for me, but it's in a good spot for that. These shorter ones are 18 inches tall. This black adder variety is actually a hybrid that was cultivated from crossing a rugosum and a funiculum species. So somebody purposefully created this hybrid from 2 other varieties of the Agastache. So since my Grandma Giles' favorite cookie is anise, which is black licorice, I was very curious about this anise hyssop. So I looked it up some more, and it's not a true anise, and it's not a true hyssop. A true anise is a Pimpinella anisium, and a true hyssop is a Hyssopus officinalis. I don't know if I said that correctly. And so that is not this plant. And I want to learn more about the other ones. The true hyssop is a short, more herb-like plant, and I definitely want to try to grow that. Now, this is edible. It's anise hyssop, apparently, because it smells like anise or tastes like anise, but I think this mostly tastes like mint. Some say that it's got a basil smell and taste, some a French tarragon. I haven't quite decided. Now, I do notice on the leaves, so we have up here at the top where it ended up in a couple flowers, but then we have new flowers starting out lower down on the branch. So be careful with deadheading this one, because if you cut it back too far, you may be cutting off the next flowers. It looks like it's got a bug there. Now, a lot of times when I come out here, it has tons and tons of bees on it. Almost every time I come out here, but we're out here early morning. Now, the fun thing that I found about hyssop, which this has got the name hyssop, but it's not the true hyssop, is that it's a biblical plant, and it's associated with cleansing. So in Bible times, they used it in cleansing ceremonies of people and houses for the plague and leprosy and chest ailments. It is also symbolic of cleansing the soul from sin. And I like that I can have that reminder every time I come into my garden. So the most significant passages about hyssop are Passover. They used hyssop and they dipped it in blood and put it on the blood on the doorposts. And so I can see the smaller varieties being used for that. And then the other significant one is in John 19:29, where it says, a jar full of sour wine stood there, and they put a sponge full of sour wine on a hyssop branch and held it to Jesus' mouth. So this is why, while he was hanging on the cross, when he had almost died. I snipped one of the leaves and I kind of crinkled it to smell it, and I'm telling you, it smells like mint to me. It does not smell like anise, because I don't like anise, even though my grandmother loved it. Anise is the herb that flavors black licorice. But this smells good, and I can see taking the leaves and scrunching them up and putting them in a small potpourri bag. And it is edible, but I want to research more, because I read that the regular hyssop, the true hyssop, is sometimes dangerous. It has side effects, or if you use too much of it. And I don't know if that applies to this Agastache as well.